Okay. Good morning, y'all. We are back in my office. Got a place to stream and work and do interviews. I have so many interviews today. It's like all I'm going to be doing all day. All right, let me fix my screen so it's not as laggy. Run down your thing. Okay, that should hopefully be good. Get my Twitch chat up. What up, Noons? Okay, so I am currently playing with this idea of wrapping our result types in Melange FFI. Still am not convinced this is a good idea that's going to work or not, but we're going to find out. What up, Milo? Everest. Both know. Hello, functional God. Something like that. So I'm still worried that this isn't going to be as useful as I thought. So the thing I want to get to is that Melange represents results as this discriminated or tagged union under the covers, and they're just objects. So there's nothing attached to them. There's no methods. There's no functions that inherently operate on them, and there's no types exported from the Melange runtime for them. So what we were doing was we were effectively creating nominal types, and we were saying that any library that was compiled to JavaScript with Melange that produced a result or an option type automatically had it typed as this nominal type. But this nominal type kind of falls flat if we use the model I'm going for right now, because we still need to wrap it at some point to get all these functions on it. And I don't think that makes a ton of sense, because if we take our S expression library, for example, let's go find this quick. Where is this? S tier. And we go into here. We fortunately own this layer here, and we could use the, not this layer. All right, that's fine. It would be this one right here. Like, we could wrap our layer. I still don't love that. What else could we do here? This still has the chainable in it. Yeah. So the benefit with this right now is this works with the value or the type directly out of Melange's runtime. And we don't have to wrap anything. Then we also have this chainable result, which can like wrap a normal result, and then we can start calling methods on it. So like if we have a, here, we'll do a chainable example. We'll have const value equals chainable result, and we'll say okay. And then we can say, let's bump this down to the next line. Tab that over. It can be like dot map, sure. We'll say x times 2. And then maybe we do something like dot then, and we'll have x. And we can say math.random is greater than equals 0.5. And we'll say result, chainable result dot okay x, otherwise chainable result dot error failed. And then we can be like map error, do something like that. So this is how I would love an API to work, right? Where we can just chain function calls on it. But right now, the way it works, actually, down here, we would have to do like unwrap. Right, see, this is super nice. I don't know why that's getting inferred as any. That should not be getting inferred as any. Chainable error, chainable result. Oh, I remember, right. This would be, this is the wrong file. So the way it works right now is that it would be like non-chainable. The same exact code. It would be result.ok, and then we would have to be like const next value. And then we would have to be third value. I feel like the backspace key sounds hollow. Have you considered ceramic keycaps? I thought about ceramic keycaps at some point. So yeah, the way this works right now is we can't chain. And like maybe that's not the worst thing in the world, because we don't, the purpose of this library is not to build like applications with, it's simply to bridge the gap between the two ecosystems. So maybe it's okay just having something like this. I do like being able to chain, but does that really buy us? Does this help get us towards the purpose of what this library is for? And I think the answer is probably no, even though it's a nicer API. Do you want us to create the docs page too, or just the home page? The home page is a static page. Yeah. Yeah, the docs should definitely live on the same site as that, but we could use something like Docusaurus, or I know that, what was the other one that I had recommended to me? I'm pretty indifferent, to be honest. I don't really mind how it's built. Whatever excites y'all and gets you excited about working on it is what I would say. Yeah, I think we're gonna drop our chainable stuff. As nice as it would be. Because even updating the property descriptors of the object, at some point it has to pass through a function to get its property descriptors updated, and I don't think that makes a ton of sense. Well, the problem with HTMX in this instance is that it would necessitate a server rather than it being a static site. And that complicates hosting. I mean, not really. I mean, we can still deploy to like Vercel or Cloudflare pages or whatever, or even GitHub pages. Well, not if there's a server, right? But yeah, all right. I think we're scrapping this idea. What about this page? Yeah. Chainable, brand, you can get rid of those. And then, morning, Pedro. Getting the TypeScript types for this is wild. Does everyone see how wild this is right here? This is not a normal type system. Still, you've worked with multiple GitHub accounts, right? How do you swap accounts in CLI? Yeah, so I got pretty close to having a good setup while I was at Scalum. I actually just saw a good link that I bookmarked that set it up almost like I did, but just a touch better. Let me find this link for you here. Yeah, here we go, this one. Very timely question, Ron. I was just reading this. But this is pretty close to how I set it up. And I think as far as the GitHub CLI goes, you probably just have to log in and out. But there might be a smarter way using like environment variables and like .env or something that you could get around to having a little bit nicer of a flow with. The hard part for me was getting my SSH keys right. All right, so we probably want to keep these better types for the curried function, but I think this doesn't need to be a TypeScript file anymore. This can go back to being a dot. Maybe, yeah, this doesn't need to be TypeScript because I can remove a build step. So this will be .mjs. Okay, come in here. Hold on. And this can be back to .mts. So let's go back up here and we're going to create a namespace for functions. In fact, we should have our brand be like this. And then we have this nominal type. So let's say we have a namespace. Say export namespace function. And this will have this guy in it. And then we probably want this. As annoying as this type is, it's going to give us way better autocomplete for our users. So we're just going to yoink that boy. All right, we're going to put ChatGPT to work here. Check this out, chat. This is how I write a ton of my documentation and my JS doc types. Wait, are you checking the hot script types? No, Zaineth. These are my own types. These were inspired by Lodash's query function. They're pretty close to the same types. I had to make some changes, but I'm working on writing a small layer that sits between Melange's runtime and typical or normal TypeScript to make writing FFI functions in Melange, which Melange is a compiler for OCaml and ReasonML to go to JavaScript. We're kind of copying this language called Gleam. Gleam has a really nice JavaScript FFI layer, so we're taking a lot of inspiration from how they do that. Have we ever discussed the Arc browser? I don't know if we've talked about it a lot. I've definitely tried it twice now and haven't been able to, I haven't felt the buy-in that other people have had with it. What was I getting ready to do? Right. I'm going to give you a sample of code with JS docs plus comments. I want you to acknowledge it. And then I'm going to give you more code snippets. And I want you to write JS docs plus comments in the same style. And then we'll come in here and we'll have ChatGPT add, we'll do like a couple blocks at a time. But it's the very best thing created in a very long time. Nix, are you being sarcastic? I can't tell. Is vertical tabs and splits, so having that replicated with Firefox is amazing. Yeah. So I think in a normal circumstance, I would use like FPTS or one of those libraries, EffectTS or Archetype. I don't know if Archetype has that sort of stuff, but we have to write our own little layer that has these kind of types because of the JavaScript that Melange produces. It has to be compatible with that, and we can't just I don't know how long you've been at stream, but the beginning of the stream, I was playing with this idea of wrapping these result types from Melange's runtime, but that would necessitate the types from the runtime passing through some sort of function to either wrap them with a proxy, wrap them in a class, update their object property descriptor map. Like, and that just, it's not, it wouldn't be a good DX for what this library actually needs to be used for. So as much as I would love to support that, like once you're outside of the FFI layer, like you should probably just use something like Effect.js or TS or whatever it's called. I wonder if we should have each override here. Well, let's see what this gives us anyways. So this is going to go from curried function with arity 1 down to curried function of arity 3. Yeah. Especially, well, the problems with, there's a couple problems. The high level problem is that it has to pass, we have to enrich the object at some point. So it has to pass through our layer at some point, and that's, we would need two different types for like our result and like the raw result from Melange, and that defeats the whole purpose of the thing I'm trying to build. But you're kind of right pointing out that proxies especially might be too magical, is because proxies, if we've wrapped an object with a proxy, you lose the ability to do referential equality, which can be super, super confusing. So we want to come in here and replace those. That should be export. And that will be export. And then we'll have it do this one. Okay. FFI stands for Foreign Function Interface. In the context of Melange, your FFIs are going to look like it's when you're writing externals. So this is our FFI here. So the whole point of this JavaScript library I'm writing is, so rather than binding directly to like a npm package or some JavaScript, you'll write your own JavaScript file, right? And I'll demonstrate this here in a couple minutes, but you'll write your own JavaScript file, use my library, and basically write a tiny little API using OCaml types. Basically, you'll make the thing you want to bind to more OCaml-like or ReasonML-like before you write your externals. That way, writing externals is way, 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 way easier. Because there's like, I don't know, probably 24 attributes you can use to help Melange generate the right JavaScript. But if you flip that model on its head and you write a more ergonomic API using this FFI library I'm writing, then these externals get super simple to write. Like, you don't have to worry about like this mel for variadic, like all this stuff. Like, shape the JavaScript you want to bind to using this JavaScript library, which is going to feel way more ergonomic than playing with OCaml PPXs, and then bind to it. And we could also go a step further, because this is all going to be strongly typed with TypeScript. We might be able to write like a tiny, or actually we might even be able to leverage like Flow, like the TypeScript, or not TypeScript, the alternative to TypeScript type system for JavaScript, we might be able to use Flow Parser to parse our little FFI libraries and generate external files for our users. That way, anytime you want to bind to JavaScript from Melange or OCaml, you just write a tiny little FFI file using our library, run a command to generate the externals, and you're done. Like, you don't even have to think about all the complicated parts of Melange. I'm pretty sure under the covers, Nix, that Melange and BuckleScript use a ton of code from, and Rescript use a kind of, well, I don't know about Rescript anymore, but the OG BuckleScript use a ton of code from Flow because Flow's written in OCaml. And really, we just need to parse JavaScript, right? Like, we just need to be able to parse JavaScript, parse JS doc comments, which we could even possibly crib a bunch of code from like the TypeScript compiler. So there's a lot of interesting things that I'm thinking about doing with this, but it initially needs to support us writing our Vite plugin. So let's throw that up here. That was with Arity4. So that goes here. Format that. This gets exported. Oh, this song's not lit. What is this? Driveways, are you afraid of the dark? There is this. Generate flow type definition files from TypeScript. Interesting. So really, I mean, the thing we're gonna want to do is like, we'll have a file like, let me show you here. We'll have a file like this. So this is a good example of like the tiny little FFI layers that we're gonna write. I would love to be able to like evaluate this file, which will have types coming from Melange FFI and types coming from S tier, and then generating these externals. Maybe this isn't the best example, but hopefully it gives the idea. All right, so this should be all JS docked. Oh, we have one more. Hold on. Yeah, okay, so we have one more to do here. This one, export curry. We take that, drop that in there. And then this needs to end up being export const curry, which will be curry. And we'll yoink that. Yoink that. Good morning, Trash Puppy. Oh, you guys can't hear my music. Oh, so dumb. I muted that last night for the stream. Sorry, y'all. I didn't realize you couldn't hear the music. I'm doing pretty well. Morning 6412. So I guess we just yoink this and we can copy it. My interview got moved to this morning at 10. So I have the interview I was supposed to have last week today at 10. Yeah. So I have an interview at 10 and then I have an interview at 12:30. And then I hopefully can cancel these interviews tomorrow. Today is my last one with Vercel, and then I have a second to last round with Mercury, and then I have a couple other just tiny ones that Mercury and Vercel are my top choices right now. I'm hoping I get an offer from Vercel today, and I can just call everything else off. Because Vercel's probably my top choice, but Mercury is not too far behind it. Yeah, Mercury is the Haskell job. OCaml is too hard to learn, Naveen? I don't think so. I mean, it's like learning anything else. You just gotta put your head down and try and struggle through it. All right, so this screwed up somewhere. Continue generating. That's why. Didn't finish. Wait, well-typed which works at Mercury? That could change things. That would be sweet to work with well-typed wish. Nice. Yeah, I have some friends from my last startup that work at Mercury right now. All right. Let's gank this again, see if it actually worked. Paste that in there, get rid of this JS doc comment. Listen, I would just be happy to be working in a functional language. But also, I would be super stoked to work at Vercel too, just because I get to work with some of the best open source devs like in the world at the moment. So I had like that same kind of opportunity when I was at Formidable in like 2016, 17. Like at the time, I consider a lot of the people that worked at Formidable to be like the best JS open source devs. Like, and it was really cool to learn and work with a bunch of those people as like a junior mid-level dev. All right, so this looks pretty good. The last thing we need to get in this namespace is this. Can you update the JS doc / types for the actual exported function? Oh, that's not everything. Can you adapt this old JS doc comment? Important question, did Leandro give you some feedback on the DM? Yeah, I actually heard back from them like right after I sent that, and it got rescheduled for last Friday, but then the person I had to meet with had a conflict at the last moment, so I got rescheduled this morning in an hour and 45 minutes. I also submitted a CFP to talk about Riot at a Carolina Code Conference. Yeah, the Canes won. It was a good game. I wonder. So we have this. Transforms a function into a queried version itself. This allows a function with multiple arguments to be called as a sequence of functions, each with a single argument. Let's bump this. So what happens if we hover this? So let's say we have like const. I'm in a dot right. Love the latest Knicks at Night episode. Hello from someone from BG's Discord. What up, Calface Dev? Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate it. Yeah, dude, BG's been awesome for getting us started on Knicks. Like, BG is like the type of dev and creator that I have a huge respect for. Like, you can just, if you ever watch any of his streams, which obviously you're familiar, but for my chat, like, he's the kind of person where like you can just see his just like raw enthusiasm for Knicks and wanting to share that with other people. And like, I just really enjoy people that are enthusiastic about the things they care about, regardless of topic. Okay, so this looks like we're probably getting close to being good here. Wait, where did the JS doc comments go? Oh, right, we don't need this anymore. Right, we need to move this into our functions namespace. And then we need in here You can delete all that. I need to go copy. I should have deleted those files. So let's pop up in our terminal. And we want to git restore this function. And we want to drop down here and we want to yoink you. And that's going to go in this. That'll go in export const function equals this. And then this will go in curry will be this guy. And we don't need the types here, because we're just going to take care of them in our DTS file. Okay. Now we can delete this, and we probably want to have like another namespace for types. So let's come up here and we'll say export namespace types. Should that be plural or not? Probably. And then we'll just export these. All right, this looks pretty good. Let's get comments written for these yet. Do we have our namespaces actually commented? Curry, some, none, option. No, we don't have our namespaces. Bastard by Galv. I should go start this. If I could get to my bar down here. My girlfriend loves Glaive. Nice. Yeah, I really like this. I think I agree with Ron. I think I like break-ins a little bit better, but I definitely like both. And I would have never found either of them without Ron, so thank you, Ron. A 6-minute ad? Wait, what? I love this band too. All right, let's publish this and see how this works in our CS expression library. If we come in here, in fact, we should have other functions in here. We want to branded type. right? We probably want that function, which how do we get a type and a brand, and we get a value and a brand, which will be a B, and we're going to return a, oh wait, this is a JavaScript file, right. ToBranded type takes a value and a brand, and it's going to just return value, nothing crazy here. We need some under oath. I like under oath, but I like dance Gavin dance even better. Which I would be so down to listen to some dance Gavin dance right now. Dance Gavin dance is without a doubt my favorite band. Posture check. I feel like I got good posture. Then we also probably want a toNominal type. This will be type name, right? And then we call return ToBranded type value type name. So now we need to add these functions under here. Rotate our window. We can collapse the function namespace. And how did I do this? We want something like this. Yeah. Like that. And in here, we'll throw that in. Did I just copy and paste way too much? I did. Function ToBranded type is going to be some function that gets a T to B. Yeah. Yep. Okay. And then we get function toNominal type. We still need a T and a B. This is going to be value T, and this will be type name. Yeah. All right, chat, I'm out of coffee. I'm going to go get my next cup of coffee ready and organize some stuff quick for my interview in a bit. I will be right back in like 4 or 5 minutes. But we'll leave you here to watch ChatGPT code gen some types for us. All right, I'll be right back, y'all.
Functions describe the world.
And we're back. All right, we got notes ready. We got coffee ready for the interview. We're all ready, chat. All right, let's jump back in here and publish a version of this. Let's make sure these sound good. Okay, perfect. This looks beautiful. So let's yoink that. What up, Mohid? I do like Bring Me the Horizon. What up, Kyle? Is this the company you had in your calendar you have an interview with? Yeah, so spoiler alert. Here's my calendar for the week. What up, Glitchbite? Chat, make sure to go follow Glitchbite. Yeah, so this one's the final one. This will be a last technical. So after this, all I have is a conversation with a hiring manager. This is a technical, or no, this is a technical. This will be a last round technical. This is an intro, and then I have a couple more in flight. But if these two go well, I will probably call off these two, and hopefully if I get an offer from here today or tomorrow, I'm going to call everything else off because this is my top choice right now. So we want to take this. Can I come over for dinner and games on Wednesday? Yes, you can, Kyle. If you can get down here from Philly. Thanks, Priv. In fact, if anyone's in Raleigh and wants to come to game night, you know, come hang out. Hell yeah, Priv. Get on that flight. I'll pick you up at the airport. I've got a nice guest bedroom. We can all hang out. All right, let's publish this and try to use this in S expression and see if it works out nicely. So let's jump to our package JSON, delete that to do, check this. We don't need that line. I don't even think we need this tsconfig anymore. We have this package JSON. Let me split this out because I did just publish I'm not sure if anyone uses SWR from Vercel, but we use that for our data fetching at work. And as we're slowly shutting things down at Scalum, we're working on open sourcing a bunch of our code. And I got to open source last week a LRU cache that I built for SWR right here. Super cool. If anyone would like, I can go over this code because in JavaScript, I tweeted about this. In JavaScript, it's really, really, really easy to make least recently used caches simply using a map. And if anyone in chat has interest, I can like go over kind of how this works. But just let me know. It's actually not even a weak map. It's just a normal map. Although a weak map might be a good optimization. Let's see here. Do we have a README? We haven't written a README yet. Maybe we can have ChatGPT write a README. Let's just go get /Scalum. Here, I want to grab this. So let's say this is going to have then we can yoink that, throw that in there. License is going to be MIT. Typings. So we go version, description, license, main. So let's move these up here. Type main typings. Main typings. Is going to be, yep, that looks good. Module will be, yep, repository author, and then we'll say files. Not that one. Okay. I'm not super worried about. What's the difference between types and typings? Anyone know in a package JSON? npm package JSON docs. Oh, these aren't even just default. Package JSON typings. I don't know. I'll put both. I guess it doesn't hurt. Or I guess typing's is old. All right, let's go ahead and publish this. So let's add git status. That looks good. So we'll do a update types, and then we'll say npm version patch, right? Yeah, git push, and we'll do an npm publish. I need to grab my two-factor. Uh-oh. There we go. Close that. That should publish that there. Ooh, I love this song. Email saying we're successfully published. That looks good. Okay, that all looks good. Now we should be able to go over to our S tier library. S tier, and we should be able to upgrade. Actually, let's get out of this and change up there. S tier, and we'll come into S tier. Oh, what's changed in here? Oh, right, we were working on that of. Okay, so let's vim in here, go to our package JSON, pure dependencies. I don't want that to be a pure dependency. I want that to be a normal. So let's say bun install melange. We'll just copy the exact version. Actually, we can probably do it at latest, right? Shit. I need to go to, somehow I always bump my function key, which turns on the other layer and enables caps lock. They're glorious pandas. And you can try to win a copy of my keyboard for 1,000 points. Bun install. Oh, that's not what I wanted. It's not melange. It's melange FFI. Dude, I'm getting so tempted to buy a mechanical. Well, Leo, when's your birthday? Your birthday's tomorrow? Are you serious? Are you lying to me? JK, 28th September. Well, maybe as a belated Christmas gift, I'll send you a keycron. Gotta get you on the keycron train. My birthday is in like a few short days. Calendar, how many days is it? I'm so close to sharing a birthday with, yeah, my birthday is on Groundhog's Day, next Friday. We'll do a long stream next Friday for my birthday. Maybe we'll even like day drink. Okay, so so if we vim in here, We should have our updated node modules now. Oh, this is still linked. We want to unlink. Right, we need to unlink. So let's say bun unlink melange FFI. I'm just totally guessing on that command. npm unlink melange FFI. List node modules. Remove package. Yeah, let's do this. Get rid of that package lock again and bun lock. And let's bun install. Bun install. Why did that do that? Oh, bun install dash dash development. Fish is so nice when it's autocomplete. I wish I would have switched to Fish like years ago. It's so much nicer than Zeesh. Let's see, bun install. We want to say melange dash FFI at latest. Okay, so we got version 8. Good. Good. I don't know why this is so upset. About JSON. Are you talking to me, Ryan? Auto commands for star. What is this saying? Attempt to get length of local pref line. ID function format. Yeah, dude, I don't know what is going on with that. Fish and Starship, yeah. I know Fish has some decent, Starship has some, or not Starship. Fish has some decent prompt lines like built into like its plugin system, but like I'm just such a basic bitch that I love Starship, and like it's plenty fast. Like I'm sitting at like 50 to 60 millisecond startup time for my shell right now, which is like I'm super happy. Like I have all my autocompletes, I have syntax highlighting, like I have everything I had with Zeesh, and it's like an order of the magnitude faster of a startup time. Yeah. Fish is really fast. Hey, Gleam got an update. And all of the voices higher than fading away. I wonder if I switch, will it boot at 0 milliseconds? Well, the cool thing about Fish, Leo, is that it does, for autocompletes, you don't have to install a separate plugin. It basically like lazily parses man pages to get documentation and autocomplete. So it's like a million times better. You don't have to install plugins for every single autocomplete. And they're rewriting it to Rust too. So I think they just finished and are cleaning up and getting ready to publish. Dressings, get signs, lazy, Mason, NeoDev, none. Okay. Okay, that all looks good. Let's get out of there, come back in. So we should have in here now. Yeah, okay. Okay, this is looking good. All right, that looks good there, I think. So let's go play around with this in our build directory. Let's just build for shits and giggles right now. And then we can go to our build directory, our dist directory, source, and we're going to be in index. So if we go into there and we say like change directory into dist and then into source, it should be able to launch up like a shell. Let's just say node. And I should be able to say const stier import star as stier from ./index.mjs. Yeah, fine. We'll do this. I don't care. Vendor. Wait, what? Yeah, that should be coming from node modules. That should be fine. I hate how splintered and how complicated the JavaScript ecosystem is with CommonJS versus ECMAScript modules. It is such a nightmare. So we can do import star as stier from ./index. Right? We should be able to do this. And what does this have on it? So these aren't returning the right types. So let's just, to make sure, we probably need to write types for these. We have our types. Right, this is going to come from types now. And then this will be types.brand. In fact, we can go a step further, and rather than brand, we can say types.nominal. And we can delete to there. Same deal there. So let's go make another project quick, and we'll say let's say make directory stier testing. And then in here we'll use bun. We'll say bun init. And let's install stier. I guess we need to publish a new version of stier. Hold on. So let's go. Oh, sweet, Liquid. Hell yeah. I'll have to catch one of your streams. I just followed you. I am not using OMyFish priv. I have it all set up through, let me show you my Nix configuration. It'll be in here. So I set up fish twofold. This is all my configuration for fish. So I disable my greeting. I add in homebrew for the time being. I use my always classic cappuccino macchiato theme. I have some custom functions, which don't really do anything special other than launching into NeoVim in a way I like. And then I also have, I use the Z plugin and I use the Git plugin. And then I just have a bunch of aliases that I use for stuff. So really it's just, it's really just these two plugins right here. I add those two plugins, which added like next to nothing in my shell startup time. And I have the complete functionality I had from Zeesh and OMyZeesh. And instead of almost a second of startup time, I'm at like 60 milliseconds. It's amazing. I can't even imagine what it's going to be like once it's in Rust. March 15th to 17th, you're going to 48-hour event going to be streamed. Oh, that's dope. All right, so we're in here. We got to go back to S tier. We need to publish this. Git status. So we'll add git commit. I have no idea what git status. So let's double check our types quick before we publish this. Oh, we probably want to write some JS docs for these. That can come later. I'm not worried about S tier that much right now. Let's add that, and we'll say git commit update types, and we'll say npm version patch. So the things that were killing me were OMyZeesh plugins. I can show you TTKB. So this was what my, well, actually I have a better link I can show you. If I go to my gists, I have a whole shell benchmarking thing. So one of the expensive things that was happening was I was adding my SS agent and my keys every time a new shell started. That immediately reduced my startup time by like almost 50%. The other significant ones were removing FNM. Even though FNM is written in Rust, this was still super slow. Removing all the completion plugins for FNM, Node, NPM, Yarn, Baru. That got me down another like 100 milliseconds. And then there's one where I removed, so I basically skimmed down my OMyZeesh, super lightweight, right? As light as I could get it. So this is OMyZeesh with just git, auto suggestions, and syntax highlighting. And I was sitting at 150, well, we'll call it 140 milliseconds of startup time. And then I removed OMyZeesh completely, and I dropped down to 50 milliseconds. And then removing OMyZeesh and Starship, I got down to 30 milliseconds. I ended up removing OMyZeesh and going to fish and sit pretty low. All right, so did we publish this? No, we didn't. npm publish. the truth. All right, so we published a new version of S tier. What up, robot? Damn, Leo. Can I see your dot files? Not much, just staying home today. Got sick over the weekend. Oof. Well, I hope you're feeling better soon, man. I hate being sick. I am like the typical like man baby when I'm sick. Oh, yeah, okay. Your prompt is oh, you have no auto completion, no colors. See, I'm a basic bitch, man. I gotta have my colors and Starship. Like, I get super good performance with all that stuff with Fish. So like, I can't get that. I can't get the UX that I want without Fish. All right, so let's push this. Push this. Sorry, my words now. I probably have to update my shit here. Git remote. Yeah, git remote. So let's grab this. Yoink that. Yo, Jason, what's up, man? How you doing, buddy? Long time no chat. All right, so we're published there. Let's go to our testing. S tier testing, and let's bun install S tier. Clear. Okay, so let's hop over to that then. Let's rename this. This will be S tier, and this will be S tier testing. And let's go into index.js. So we should be able to theoretically import star as S tier from S tier and get nice types. Whoops. Right? So if we did everything correctly, which there's a good chance we didn't, all right, that looks good. We get back a S expression. We might want to alias that type to get better autocomplete here. Types.nominal. Yeah, let's see if we can get better hover docs if we alias these types. So let's say we have type S expression. Yeah, let's do that. We don't need the R. And then we'll do that. No. Dude, Copilot pisses me off sometimes. Ah. I wish... Can we do that and get better types? Saw your Twitch on my recommended. I've been alright. Jamie DGD, let's see it. Where are you working nowadays, Jason?
Functions describe the world.
All right, let's see if this is any better.
Functions describe the world.
So let's do that, and yeah, let's publish this again. Oh, I already have a terminal open, so let's add, and then let's do a get status. Wait, why? Oh, I'm not in the right window, right? What up, Dev Dad? Thank you for the raid. How was your stream this morning? Have you started playing with Fast Check yet? I'm still down to come on stream some morning real early with you and do some collabs. And also, we got to chat about when I come up to Maryland and DC for my conference talk in March, because I would still love to grab dinner or drinks or something with you if you're still down. Is Fast Check like Quick Check? Yeah, yep, exactly. It's a property testing library for JavaScript and TypeScript. It's amazing. All right, so we did that. Let's go to S tier, add everything, update types, and then we'll say npm version patch. Not working right now. Applied for an apprenticeship program with the local electric union. Been struggling, to be honest. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope you land the apprenticeship. I've got a couple friends down in York that are electricians, and it's a good gig. So we did that. So let's publish. We publish this. Go grab our OTP. Not OTP. God, I've been watching Leo's stream too much. All right, so we just published that. So we should be able to hop back over to our testing now. And bun update melange FFI. That's a really old version of bun. Bun upgrade. Sudo bun upgrade. Well, I wish you luck, man. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for you. Sweet. Yeah, I stream every morning in this kind of time slot. I try to shoot for 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. I've been getting some late starts here because my office has been out of commission, but we should be getting back into it pretty regularly here going forward. Let's see here. All right, so we should have upgraded. So let's cat our S tier package JSON and see if we got the newest version. Still on 07. What is the right? All right, there we go. Now we got the right types. So now what does S tier tell us we have? So if we do S tier dot atom. Oh, yes. Look at that, chat. That's much better types. That worked perfectly. Okay, we have to go update that. Okay, we're on the right track. See you, Trash. Thank you for the well wishes on my interviews. I'll be sure to let y'all know how it goes. And if you stream today, I'll be hanging out. Y'all make sure you go follow Trash Puppy too. Her stream is incredibly entertaining and she's very talented. So let's so this just returns a result. So this is probably types we have to upgrade in our Melange FFI library. So let's go do that. Missing some comments here. Apologize, chat. Do you recommend any getting started docs for experienced programmers getting started with OCaml? Yes, that is a great question. My favorite resource for getting started with OCaml, especially if you have a background already in programming, is this textbook and YouTube playlist. It is so good. You should be able to this is really well written, really easy to follow. The YouTube series is good. I would imagine if you know how to program in a C style language already, you could probably get relatively productive with OCaml in a week by following this book, would be my guess. Maybe not productive, but enough that you can read syntax and kind of start building that intuition of how it's written. All right, so in here, rather than exporting stuff, so let's alias our brand type, I guess. Types type brand equals, this is gonna take a T and a B, and this will be types dot, yeah, do that. I don't know if we have anything nominal in here. So let's change from here to the bottom. We'll say types.brand. Actually, we can just nix that probably. No pun intended. That looks hopefully good. Hopefully that gives us some better types. So if we do a sweet, I'm experienced with C, Rust, JS, Oh yeah, if you have experience with Rust, a lot of the ideas you already know in Rust are going to translate pretty seamlessly over to OCaml, things like options and results, and yeah, Rust was originally written in OCaml, so there's a lot of the functional properties of Rust came from OCaml, so it's going to feel pretty at home for you. Yeah, actually, his ZD, like if you do start learning OCaml, especially as someone coming from a Rust background, I'd love to hear about your experience. Like after a week or two. Yeah, the build tools leave some room to be desired. So there's two build tools you're going to want to get familiar with. It's Dune and OPAM. Dune is the actual build tool. OPAM is the package manager. There's already some integration between the two. And over the next year, the OCaml platform team is working on merging them into one tool. So it's only going to get better. But if you run into speed bumps, feel free to jump in our Discord and we can help you out. I have so much sawdust in this office. Jesus. All right, I don't think we have any nominal types in here. Oh, we do. Oh, that's only under our namespace as a helper. Okay, that looks good. So let's publish this now. And we'll say git. Man, I cannot wait for this office renovation to be done. I'm gonna end up like redoing a bunch of work myself, I think. All right, so let's publish this new FFI version. Update types, and we'll say npm version patch, and we'll publish that. Grab our verification code, plug that in, close that out. So now we should have a new version of Melange FFI published. Push that to our Git repo, and let's hop back over to S tier, bump our version here. And then we'll say update Melange FFI version. And we'll do an npm version patch there. And we'll say npm publish. Publish that new version. Good. Great, now let's go to our testing, and one more time, npm update, I guess it's gonna be bun update. Let's check our node modules, because we should have got an upgraded version of S tier 2. So we're sitting at S tier at version 7, and I think it should be version 8. I think we can just probably say latest. And let's do a bun install. Okay, so we got version 9. Great. So if we go back into our testing file, we should have some better types here now. Again, stier.atom list. That looks good. That is not the type I want. So that deserialize function, so it's saying this is a brand error string when really the type we want is something like result of that's actually particularly confusing. So really the type should be S expression string. That's the type we're going for right here. Which I could probably alias that. So yeah. So how do we get our exported types to look nice? I wonder if this is an issue with S tier or if this is an issue with how I'm publishing the launch types. Because here, I wonder if we do, just as a test, we do nominal. Probably have to I need to hydrate. All right, let me go get a glass of water quick. Cheers, robot. Oh, God. All right, so this, if we change the result type to just a nominal type, right? We say, okay, let's actually go back down here, change this back to brand. And we'll say this will be okay t, comma. What did we do wrong? There we go. And let's paste that. Why did that take me to the top? Comment that line, and now let's make this a nominal type instead. So let's say this will be change in word nominal, and we can delete to the comma, over to the B, change the comma, nominal, that, delete that. Okay. Now let's just say we might be able to just do this in here rather than going through that whole publish flow again. Let's just say we have this declare function fun, and it's going to return a result of, let's just say, let's make a nominal type. Let's just say my type is going to be nominal my type. And we'll return my type or a string for our error case. And then we can say like const x equals fun. I don't think we need any of this. Yeah, whatever. I get it. Result TE. That's still not quite what we want. This should be result string. We might have to go jump in TypeScript Playground to do this more effectively. How else could we test this? We could probably just make a TypeScript file in here. Let's just say function random result, and this will be some function that's like return math.random. Yeah, we'll do that. And if it's greater than 0.5, we'll say result dot OK. And we'll say then we should be able to import result from dot slash all right, what is this being inferred as? Okay, I mean that's close. What if I say it's going to be a result number string was below 0.5. And then we can come down here and say const x equals random result. So that gets inferred as TE. That's annoying. That's not what we want. We're writing TypeScript, so I don't hate my life when I do have to write TypeScript in the few moments between OCaml and TypeScript. What up, Owen? Louis said Vim started a few weeks ago and still wanted to learn Vim motions. Vim motions are awesome. Even Meta uses Vim motions in Emacs. Okay, so now we have the right type. That's interesting. What if we let this get inferred? So that gives us the type we want, chat. So why in S tier I'm actually a little confused. So it's saying our S tier returns this brand string error, which that's like blatantly not the right type. Like we're saying deserialize returns an S expression string, but somehow it's being inferred as a brand error.
Functions describe the world.
Thank you, Meta. Appreciate you. What up, Angel? I don't know why this isn't using my types. Thank you, anonymous person, for the sub. Super appreciate you. Means the world to me. Just 3 subs to go for subs goal. Oh shit, I didn't realize we were that close to 80. Holy hell. I have 0 expectations of anyone subbing though. I just genuinely enjoy hanging out with all of you. But I will say, if you don't want ads, if you throw your Twitch Prime subscription, they go away. So maybe this union type is wrong. So if we come back in here and we say, maybe this union type needs to be a little bit different. Maybe it needs to be closer to something like brand
Functions describe
okay
the world.
T or error E result. Maybe that's closer to the result type we want. All right, let's see if that made any difference. Ah. So type OK number or error is not assigned. So that's evaluating to never, which is not good. Not what we want. What if we change these to nominal rather than brands? And then these don't take anything. This doesn't feel right already. So what is it inferring to if we do this? Okay. That's still not what we want. So the closest we were was using branded types. And this returns as never. Actually, that's not bad. Except that I don't like that it inferred that so specifically. Which you should be able to say, right? I should be able to say this is a result of number. Let's just say any here real quick. See if we can. That just nuked it. How did that end up at never? I gotta about wrap up, chat. I gotta start prepping for my interview here in a few minutes. So, is anybody streaming that we want to raid? We've got Eduardo working on Tika. Leo, are you still in chat? Are you gonna stream? Head is exploding? Gotcha, okay. Well, I hope you feel better, man. Let's raid. Yeah, let's raid Eduardo. You know what? Toggle did raid us the other day. Let's raid Togglebit. We'll wait for ads to get through. All right, chat. I'll be back tomorrow morning at hopefully on time at 7 a.m., but no promises because I am still working on getting my body used to waking up earlier again. But we're going to try to get back on schedule here. So let's raid Toggle, show him some OCaml love, and we'll catch you tomorrow.